What is up, guys? Welcome back to another Arena of Valor esports pro match review, and today we are going to be taking a look at Mad Team versus Saigon Phantom, and these two teams are actually two of the tournament favorites so far. A lot of people are saying that they are two of the best teams in this APL right now. And yeah, so this should be a very exciting match. And of course, I only upload the most exciting matches here, so you already know, you already see how long the video will be. It will be an absolute slugfest in the late game again, because these are the most exciting ones to watch. So yeah, on the side of a Mad Team, we have, of course, Lubu in that Slayer lane. We have Volcath in the jungle, and while I'm saying that, Capheny almost drops. As I said, Capheny in the marksman position in the bot lane. We have Krizzix as a support and Krixie as a mage. And of course, Mad Neil is back on his jungle role, guys. Last AWC, I think, I made a lot of videos about Neil and how well he plays. Probably the best jungler at that time, but then he switched to the side lane position and they let someone else jungle. And now they switched that back. And now we have on the red side team, we have, of course, Omen in that Slayer lane facing off against Lubu. We have Eland'orr in the jungle, so marksman in the jungle here. We have a Diaochan in the mid lane, which is very, very surprising to see. I believe not many teams play her, but some teams are known to pick up Diaochan sometimes. I'm sure we will see more of her when the global pick ban starts, where you can only pick one hero per whole series per team. And we have actually Riktor as a second side laner in the Abyssal Dragon lane, facing off against Capheny. Very good matchup for Riktor, honestly. And then we have Lumber as a support. And now I think it will be really interesting to see this Diaochan, because her stuns can definitely rain on Lubu's and Volcath's parade here in those fights. And it will be also interesting to see how Volcath will be able to jump onto that Eland'orr and kill him. But right as I'm saying that, the team fight already starts. Neil is getting pressured hard, but he has his invulnerability, has the heal in the end as well of it, but it is not enough to save him from giving up that first blood. So already SGP ahead in this game currently. They are trying to get this Capheny. I'm not sure. Ooh, they're running really fast. She has to use her Purify. Lumber decides to ult Flicker to connect onto her, but she is already too far gone, not able to pick her up. They might try. No, they decide against the dragon. Lumber is just pulling it out. While that is going on, we can see the replay here, how Neil ends up dropping very close, almost survived there. But yeah, very well played so far. We of course have a lot of endless cycles. We have 5 on the side of Mad, and 5 Arctic Orbs to round that out on their roster as well. That is absolutely hilarious. And yeah, we have of course this classic old school matchup, Lubu versus Omen. The way this goes is basically no one can kill anyone, because they just have too much sustain, too much damage reduction and stuff. But they can trade and they can push themselves real low. But while that was going on, I was saying that Mad secured the first dragon, and it is a very even game. 500 gold ahead right now for the side of SGP. And while that is going on, I think this Riktor, he uses Arctic Orb. He is able to flicker away, uses that shield, that small shield of the Arctic Orb to survive. And while that was going on, SGP turned it around onto the top side, and they instantly push down half of that turret. And this Capheny just does so much damage to the tower, just completely gets it. So now definitely Mad is ahead here, because they have the map pressure. Whenever you get a first tower, it is really a huge power swing to your team, because you just have that pressure. You can now rotate. They're already doing it. They can swap their marksman and Slayer lane, because it's really difficult for the marksman to push up against a wave where there is no tower, because she will just overextend, and you don't want Capheny to overextend. You want Lubu to overextend. If they gank him, your Capheny will just push down another tower, and that is exactly that is exactly why they're switching here. It seems like Capheny is trying to go mid lane here, maybe try to push out that next wave as well. So they will be funneling a lot of gold here into that Capheny, which I agree with. Capheny does so much stupid damage that definitely, yeah, she is absorbing some of that farm here from that Krizzix. And again, Krizzix will always be decently useful, you know. She will just provide that CC, she will provide that wave clear. It is all good. You give it to your Capheny and that girl is gonna hard carry you, okay? That's exactly what they're going for here. And now Neil is just happily farming away. He will of course go full AD, that's pretty much the only ball cap build possible. So his goal will be to just pick off that Eland'orr during team fights, and also maybe pick off that Diaochan whenever she doesn't have her shield ready. Yeah. So we'll see how this goes. Krizzix, of course, completed her Berifs just now. We'll see how this goes. Diaochan already completed her heal reduction. Her Curse of the Reaper, Tome of the Reaper or something it's called. And basically, you can see they have a Volcath, they have Capheny who builds an early Bow of Slaughter most of the time, and they have a Lubu. So very wise choice there by Diaochan. And also a very good item on her because she can easily apply it to everyone. Just pop that ult, everyone just instantly has heal reduction on them. And yeah, just beautiful. Let's see if SGP gets this dragon here. The Eland'orr just does so much damage, no time for Mad to react, and they just have their marksman and their support top lane. But they might try to pressure this tower. However, SGP is following up this push very, very quickly, instantly rotating, and it seems like they are not able to get anything here. Riktor even gets the full wave, so he is chilling. And yeah, we'll see here. Ooh, that Diaochan gets hooked even after the flicker. Neil is going very deep on his ball cap, not able to get anything though, just ends up going back. And now they have the pressure here a little bit. This Riktor has to watch out. Ooh, I feel like that stun. Ooh, okay. The knockup by Krizzix, I thought that's the nail in the coffin, that he just stepped back there, but he had to expend that flicker, so that was a little bit too greedy. I don't know what he was trying to do there. Just steps back into that knockup, thinking he's completely safe, but of course, there is a lot of CC to be followed by that. Ooh, beautiful flicker ult by Omen onto that Capheny, followed up by the Lumber ult flicker as well, and that is a dead marksman right there. She uses her endless cycle, instantly respawns. Krizzix does not end up dying, survives very narrowly. A lot of ultimates used on the side. Every ultimate is down on the side of SGP right now. Lumber ult just came up, and yeah, we'll see if Mad can use this window of opportunity. Probably not though. They are already giving Capheny red buff now. Yep, they give Capheny red buff. They're banking on this Capheny, which is the right choice. Marksmen are really strong in this current meta, so you can see, I mean, the SGP side is doing exactly the same for the Eland'orr. He's taking a lot of farm as well. So yeah, we'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens. Capheny, as I said, building that Bow of Slaughter as a second item. Very, very standard. And here you can see the Omen Lubu matchup. Omen ults you, Lubu just ults, and ooh, but Lubu is losing here. Lubu is still getting wrecked. Does he have heal reduction? No, Omen does not have heal reduction, but he's just really fed. He just has 500 gold more. Capheny gets caught again, uses the Arctic Orb. Not able to pick up that Riktor though. Again, 50 HP or something. Survives. Fanta is getting caught really hard here. Okay, gets away as well with around 100 HP. And now this Omen is just smurfing. They end up dropping him, but he almost kills both of them. And what that allows SGP again now. The enemies were poked, and now they can just get this Slayer. Ooh, they tried, but they back out. They are scared here of that Capheny. Capheny doesn't even have ult, but they're scared of those lasers coming in, of that Krizzix. But I feel like, I guess they overestimated their damage. I also thought this would burn down way quicker with that Eland'orr, but just was stuck at like half HP for a couple seconds there, so not enough damage, unfortunately for them. Very beautiful, ooh, beautiful Dragon Steel by that Lubu with that second ability. That's a little bit embarrassing for that. I mean, it's not embarrassing, he didn't have Punish ready. The Eland'orr didn't have punish ready. He tried to sneak it. Very nice little macro play. Jumps over the wall to sneak it. Not able to though. So we'll see what happens here. They are just going to clear out that mid lane wave. Let's pay attention to the minimap here a little bit. You can see Eland'orr is farming that top lane wave along with his Riktor, so they will have that advantage. Mad definitely needs to tend to these side lane waves now, so SGP has a little bit of an advantage here. Omen pushed the other side lane wave as well, so we'll see what they can do with this. It seems like they will just secure the Sentinel, but they would get that anyway due to the top lane tower being down and they having more pressure on that side of the map. They might try to invade. Nah, Neil just gets this way too quickly. Of course, with that full AD Volcath, that buff dies very, very quickly in that mid game. And now we'll see what happens here. This is transitioning into the late game. So Capheny is coming online more and more, building that slick sting next. Maybe a handshake. I'm seeing a lot of handshake builds on Capheny. I will make a video about that as well. Seems very strong. Yeah, she completes the handshake. That is the maximum damage build for Capheny right now. Because even though her attack speed doesn't actually increase with it, the more marks you get, the more stacks you get, the more damage you get, because attack speed is converted into damage. And now Neil is just in a huge pinch, but he's doing so much return damage. He's gonna heal here. Heals so much, but that Diaochan ult just destroys everybody. Forces the Capheny away as well. But right as I'm saying that, they just use their full endless cycles. And now it's hilarious. Oh my god, he gets stunned. But the Capheny picks off the Diaochan. And the funny thing is now, SGP won that exchange, but due to everyone having endless cycle on Mad Team's side, they actually have 5 people alive now, while the Riktor doesn't have endless cycle available, so he cannot just respawn, the Omen, excuse me, so he couldn't just respawn instantly. But as I'm saying that, Mad just completely overextends the fight and ends up being dropped again. Guys, this Diaochan is doing a lot of work here. Just look at this. She instantly respawns with the endless cycle and comes back to the team fight here again. And I believe she, maybe I'm wrong. She's going mid lane. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. It was just Eland'orr absolutely clowning on everybody, just doing way too much damage. Actually, never mind. She's following up. Watch this, watch this. She is following up. And she doesn't do anything. And she does 1s1. Beautiful, guys. She is doing work. You already know. Guys, I was talking. I wasn't paying too much. Chill out. Okay, chill out. Listen, boys. The eye of the Pharaoh, okay? Did you see Pegasus with his eye? It sees everything, okay? Just chill out, guys. The gaming Pharaoh sees everything. And yeah. I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, they're doing Slayer right now. SGP. Now, of course, they have even more damage onto this Eland'orr, so it drops instantly. They don't even try to steal. I mean, they were kind of out of position. That Capheny completely overextended. Not sure what that was. That was just not even 1 too many steps. That was 15 too many steps. That was a whole hike too much, okay? She was hiking up the Mount Everest, while she should have been... I don't know. I have nothing, okay? Chill out. Let's just ignore that. Yeah, and of course with that advantage now, I think Capheny didn't have any endless cycle stacks left. So with that, they just get a bunch of towers here. SGP in a huge lead right now. 7k gold advantage. Just gobbling up all these towers on the enemy side, and nothing they can do. I think this tower will drop as well. Yeah, this is exactly what you want to do as Eland'orr. You jump in, bam, 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 attack, and jump out, okay? When you're sieging towers, right? Because Eland'orr doesn't have the largest range. It's not like a Talnas or Violet or Capheny just attacking from range. So you have to be a little bit careful, but he's doing exactly that. He always is very safe. Look at him. Look at him. Very well played. Just playing super well, that SGP jungler. And yeah, he's gonna put out so much damage here. Mad already used most of their stuff, so he just pokes all of them low and they back out. They did get 1 base tower so far, and yeah, they're perfectly happy with that. They got a little bit of damage onto the top lane tower as well, and now Mad is in a huge pinch here. 43k gold to 49k, almost 50k. So pretty much a 6k gold lead. This enraged Abyssal Dragon is being attacked, but they back out because Currently their Diaochan is dead. It is a 45 on the map. They still decide to fight. They don't care. They just instantly engage as well with that Omen ult as well. And the Eland'orr just doing so much damage that it doesn't matter. Now imagine Diaochan was there ulting in the middle of that. They would have all dropped. But of course they wouldn't be there to attack if Diaochan was there. Let's see. Can they just get this Abyssal Dragon? If they do, and this Eland'orr, he has 14k gold. He can not only get the Abyssal Dragon revive buff, he also has a Blade of Eternity, and he can sell it into a Death Sickle while he's respawning with it, right? During a team fight. Because he has plenty of gold. So that is absolutely insane. He will be unkillable. Way too much pressure right now. Yeah, he gets the revival buff, he gets the bonus damage. That seems like a game over so far, but we'll see what happens here. Fanta flickers away beautifully. Is he gonna get away though? Ooh, the last little auto attack by Eland'orr just does way too much damage. Picks the Krizzix off, and Krizzix really not getting a lot done here. I have to say, I think it's partly due to the matchup. Like, what is she gonna do against Diaochan? What is she gonna do against Omen? What is she gonna do against the Eland'orr? It's just really difficult for her to catch out anyone on the enemy team. And the Riktor, of course, invulnerability, and Lumber is way too tanky. So what is she gonna do? It's just really difficult. I would really not be happy playing Krizzix in this scenario. We can see the team fight here again. You can see that little headbutt by the Lumber, in the end securing that kill, enabling that last auto attack for Eland'orr there during that CC. And yeah, we'll see what happens here. 17 minutes into the game, 4-12. Almost a 10,000 gold lead. It's 8,000 gold right now, more than 8,000 for the side of SGP. And yeah, they're playing phenomenally well. We'll see if they can close this out. As you can see, there's still around 6 minutes remaining on this video, so get ready for some Clown Fiesta action here. And yeah. Ooh, Krizzix is going deep here. They just want to engage with that Lubu just going super deep, life-stealing a lot. Nice. They forced the Lumber ult. Not bad, not bad. But they used 3 ults of themselves. They also forced the Omen ult. This is really good news for the Capheny. This really alleviates a lot of pressure from her. And we'll see. Can they... This Lumber ult a little bit janky there, not hitting too many. Can they clear out this dragon before this tower drops? Yeah, it's doing a ton of damage to the tower. They have to clear this dragon as soon as possible. They decide to engage to clear it. Neil is going deep again with his Volcath. Jumps out. Has the heal from the ult. Is all good. But used his very long cooldown ult, okay? But they managed to defend that tower. They managed to push them away. They cleared out that dragon as well. And the tower is very, very low, however. Laklak here steals the enemy blue buff with his Diaochan ult. And yeah, this Diaochan is really strong. A lot of AP, a lot of damage coming out, a lot of CC of course coming out. And you can see her gold is very low because she just gave the Eland'orr so much farm. And that's exactly what you want to do. Especially with a mid laner like Krizzix and Diaochan. You want to be low gold because they are not going to carry. You can carry, of course. This is not solo ranked though. So here, it's definitely better to put it on your marksman. And yeah, you can see it works. Okay, the Eland'orr is just hard carrying. He does so much damage. It's ridiculous. Such a strong hero as well. But as I said, Capheny, late game Eland'orr, one laser, he's gone. You know, so it's still very possible to see a comeback here by Mad Team. The gold lead is getting smaller as well here. But of course that won't matter very soon because everyone is at full items. Everyone that matters is at full items, which is the 2 marksmen, okay? That's everything that matters, honestly. That's gonna be the most damage coming out anyway. Now it just depends if they can save. Whichever marksman survives is gonna win the team fight. And of course, Eland'orr is better at surviving, but has less, not less damage, but less range than the Capheny. And they trade Abyssal Dragon for Slayer. I think that's good for Mad here, getting that Slayer. Because if they didn't get that, SGP would have gotten it anyway, so that's a good trade. I think losing that Volcath death is fine, because they can defend without him probably, but he has Endless Cycle anyway, so that was completely worth. That was a good trade, because if SGP got that Slayer Dragon to push down the wave again, they would have easily probably ended the game even, because this bot lane tower would have died, and the top lane tower is literally one shot. So you can see on the minimap, it is literally empty. Ooh, that Lumber ult a little bit too early, and now just the Krizzix gets completely caught. She has no business being that deep. Oh my god, that Krizzix pull, pulling 4 people together into the Lubu AoE, into the Capheny laser, and that is a full wipe, guys. They wipe the whole enemy team. 3 of them have an endless cycle though to respawn. I think Riktor got away. Yeah, Riktor got away, I think. I don't think he respawned. But guys, that is crazy. If they didn't have endless cycle, this would be game over for Mad. They would push this, they would end the game, and this would have just been an insane, well-played comeback, completely carried by Cuckoo on his Krizzix here with that beautiful look. Just look at this pull. This Krizzix just way too deep. It just gets completely caught, but this pulling in 3 people together, excuse me, but that instantly Neil follows up with his Volcath ult, knocking them back again. The Lubu knockup was in there, I think, as well, if I was seeing correctly, and now Lubu is just pushing down that tower, gets it, beautiful. They get 2 base towers for this, and now Lubu overextending. He has the Blade of Eternity, save him. Oh, they tried. Krizzix now very deep as well. Omen does have his ult and flicker, so they have to watch out for a counter engage here. Lubu had his endless cycle, so he respawned. What can I say, man? It's fine though. It's fun. I mean, guys, what can I say? Endless cycle is a clown enchantment, but sometimes, I mean, this game is pretty fun, right? It's pretty fun to watch. If you look past the horrible balance, which is just the endless cycle, you know, on everyone, it's just a little bit stupid. This is Dota, essentially. This is Dota 2 now. The buyback is endless cycle, so, you know, they should just give endless cycle to everyone, while also giving, while also enabling them to run cool enchantments like Devil's Awakening. Of course, that would be really ridiculously stupid. That was just a joke, okay? Chill out. They should just remove endless cycle, which they are doing basically next patch. And yeah. Well, I don't think anyone will use it anymore, because it disappears after 12 minutes, right? So, let's see what happens here. Now, pretty much everyone has full items. Even Krizzix and the Diaochan are at full items now. Even the supports are at full items. So, this is hyper late game. SGP still has that pressure advantage, of course, because they still have that top lane pushing. They still have those lanes pushing, and I think a straight up team fight without a godly Krizzix pull, they still win. So Mad knows that, so they can't really defend too well against that Slayer. So they just pick up that Slayer. Ooh, Omen getting caught. Has to use ult and flicker. That is huge for the next team fight. That is absolutely huge. This Krizzix is playing out of his mind, but he will just instantly drop here. He's way too deep. Has the flickers away after the... oh, Neil misses his S2 onto the Diaochan. I believe he could have killed her otherwise, but she still had the Arctic Orb anyway, so she would have survived anyway. Now Krizzix and Volcath dead, and I feel like they might be able to finish this off now. They don't seem to have Endless Cycle anymore, otherwise they would have used it instantly. And now it is a 3v5. Omen does not have ult. Ooh, they're just trying to end. They need to clear this wave. Nah, but they're just ending, yeah. Not much they can do. They had to just suicide for that wave, but if they do that, they lose anyway. So, very well played by SGP in the end, though. Let's skip straight away to the MVP. I believe, who's gonna get that MVP? Probably Eland'orr. He had the best stats, the best damage output. I mean, he played really well too, though. But it was definitely a very nice team effort. Yeah, he gets the MVP. I think this jungler is very hyped as well right now. So, very cool to see him performing this well. And we'll see here. Let's see what the damage numbers are gonna tell us. I believe, yeah, he even went for Fenrir's in the very late game. It is just so much damage coming out of that Eland'orr here. Sold his boots, 30%, more than anyone, way more than anyone. And very interesting, Capheny doing just as much damage as her Krizzix. Now that's very interesting to me, because Krizzix seemed like she was inting all game, but she still managed to do fine, so that's very well played. Lubu 11%, I don't know, man, kinda. I mean, Lubu 11%, that happens very often because Lubu just can't do much in these team fights very often. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, let me know which other pro game reviews you want to see of this beautiful tournament. And with that being said, I will see you guys the next time. Peace out, boys. Bye bye.